These were dirty cops who were working with a dirty, blind CI. Sergeant Forster and Myron Cherry both lied under oath just to try to arrest me. James Bimmy Anthony has been a CI for over 40 years.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, the Answer Man. Salute to Gully TV for playing Supreme, claiming that Bimmy been working for 40 years. You know Wack on the other side of this. Wait till you hear how this break down. Let's get to it.
Supreme, Bimmy.
Yeah, I don't, certain shit you gotta use your brain on. Man, listen, like I told him, we talking 85, right?
Right.
Look, bro, one thing I realized when Big U attempted to do that with me, bro, went to turn himself in and said 600 was with the police when they raided. And all they kept asking me about at the raid was Wack. And I'm knowing you ain't at the raid because you on the run. Right? When they're mad, bro, and they dealing with incarceration, they'll say anything. But when it's the truth, they gonna show it to you. So you ain't gonna get me to believe for 40 years, 30, 40 years, you ain't said nothing. And even today, you ain't said nothing out here. You ain't bigger than the program. Run the work.
Yeah, so I was
That's
about to
simple.
say.
Run the work. I don't want to hear nothing. Ain't no way. Ain't no all them times. Big and long time ago, bro. Way back when family wouldn't be no Waka Flocka here. Nothing. His mama, his sisters, everybody. Okay. So I don't know if mad, some money, behind niggas do what they said they do. Where's the work?
So Zip was live. Zip is saying like he talking about he showed working over.
Show no work. Ain't nobody never seen no work.
All right, y'all, real quick. This is where people get confused. The paperwork that Zip showed on his live was appeal paperwork. That's not original paperwork. That's appeal paperwork. So think of it this way. If somebody brings a lawsuit against you and says you did something, whether you did it or not, the paperwork they submit is going to have all the accusations of what they think. So it's going to say, I think Bimmy is CI music. I think all of that. If you win the appeal and everything in there is substantiated, that's one thing, but that's not what happened. It was just an appeal, an motion. So there's no original paperwork. And it's almost impossible to have that if he is a CI. If Bimmy's not a CI, he would wish there was some paperwork without him in it. But if he is, there's not going to be paperwork. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, the shit that you have
ain't nobody seen no work, and I'm gonna stand on it because I know the evil of men. So how we rule all that out, how we rule what you talking about out, and what who talking about out, where the work.
Show the paperwork.
I got Larry Hoover paperwork from 60 years ago. I'm looking at it. Where the work? I don't give a what you say. Whoever get the popularity vote, they can say anything. Where the work?
Yeah,
30, 40 years it went by. 30, 40 years it went by. And you ain't never said nothing about it.
But that's what people was questioning too. But they saying like behind the scenes that this been being said, there's never been never been on no platform or no.
Bro, ain't no 30. You talking about some 85 when what you done been out on the street since then. You feel me? Murder Inc. was a thing in the 90s. Boy, you was out here. Where the work, bro? Where the work? Give me the work. Where's the work? That's it. I don't give a and that's it. I don't even, because I know you could lie about not doing it. I know you could lie about a nigga you saying he did it. But what I do look at is when niggas is serious about that, by the time they put them cuffs on and they get in front of their legal beagle, they sending that word out there already. Matter of fact, it's the action already happening. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's something gonna happen. And back then, wasn't no cameras, wasn't all this niggas was really. Bimmy wouldn't have been around to even talk about this, be around at all. So, and I get Bimmy that made some power moves, when he was really moving within the industry. The moves look bigger than what he did, but I know that work. The streets are always gonna amplify it even more. Like, yo, he doing this, he doing that, he hanging with these niggas, they doing this, they doing that. He with LL, he's this and that. Nigga on TV, his nephew was this and that and all this. And you sit behind the
Well, you
phone.
know, Bimmy told me though. He had told me one time on an interview. He was saying that how he's supposed to be taking care of one of the a Prince or Free, one of them, and somebody else supposed to be taking care of the other one, and he didn't live up to his bargain because he was like basically shit, outside like what you saying. He didn't have it. So.
Yeah, but in there, when you in there, the stories they get, you can't tell them that. I didn't try to tell a couple times. Hey, bro, dude ain't got it like that, bro. He's trying to take care of his family. You guaranteed 3 hots in the cot. Dude ain't got it like that, bro. And get mad, nigga. They blood get the boy.
All right, y'all, there it is. So Gully TV went live. He was talking about the documentary that's coming out. Nas did one a little while ago. I checked it out. It was all right. Bimmy was nowhere around that, of course. Then you see where Bimmy is supporting this, but saying show the work at the same time. This live, go check out Gully's live. This is where he played the recording you heard at the beginning, saying Bimmy had been an informant for 40 years. And but this documentary is supposed to be much more detailed. You also know Prince is home now too, so there'll be a lot more substance to that one. On Zip's live, you can see here he played what Bimmy had to say. Please go out, support the doc. I'm so happy I can help get you your money. Free the real. One more thing, show the work. That's a weird statement. That's a weird post. And then you'll see Wack come back. And as you know, they went live last year. Zip, Wack, Bimmy, it's on the channel. And they went through the motion to dismiss paperwork. That's the appeal that I was talking about before. And of course, the person who's behind bars claiming that Bimmy told on him and gave misinformation is going to say that Bimmy is the CI and Bimmy is music. This is whether he is or not. Nobody knows that except Bimmy and the people he was either working for or not working for. Nobody will know, but the speculation, the streets say yes. You know what I mean? Especially when there was that raid, decades ago. He seemed to have a heads up on it, and he was gone when they came. So, because he knew it was coming, apparently, allegedly, right? But anyway, Wack is like saying to Bimmy, about time you responded, you can't be no man's punching bag. I have to work. I don't see you there. I think he's going off what and who he knew was there, but I'm wondering why it took 40 years to say this. So a couple things about that. It's 40 years to this point. It's been out there for a while, not on social media quite like that or not in blogs. Prince was very quiet. As y'all know, that's how he gets down. He's talking a little bit more now that he's out. Preem has never been real vocal. It's really about the actions, not the words, whereas Bimmy has not been around those dudes, never at reunions, functions, pictures, or anything in the last 30 plus years. And Bimmy just sticks to the story of he was a reputed member, and Zip breaks this down pretty good. He was an honorable member, salute the guys and all that. There was a little dust up when Bimmy started rolling with 50, because as you know, 50 and Preem, come on, man. That's oil and water. And he used to kind of try to blame it on that. But then now it seems like it's a little bit deeper. And like I said, whether it's true or not, that is the belief, right? And paperwork is going to be pretty much impossible to produce. I think the only thing you could get is if he was a CI, the person that he was reporting to, kind of like the undercover dude or the FBI dude that outed Jeezy and said he's the one who told us about that. He cooperated in regard to Gucci. You would need that guy to come out, or those guys, or whoever they are, to say that. And if that don't happen, Bimmy is going to lose the popular vote, but it will never really be confirmed, if it even matters to people. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. There'll be more to come on this. Because like I said, Wack is riding with Bimmy. Everybody else is riding, pretty much the majority riding against Bimmy. So when those scenarios come up, you already know. And we'll be here to bring it to you, man. It's your boy Delta Answer. Till next time, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We out.